So my first stop out of the country was Barcelona. I wanted someplace that was kind of a soft landing and entirely familiar, and where I could see some friends on the way to destinations further east where I wouldn't necessarily know anybody. I was kind of stunned to be back and was just trying to figure out how to use the GoPro. And so I didn't really vlog in a traditional way. I'm not really doing that much narration. I'm just kind of seeing the city and absorbing the fact that I made it back to a place that just means so much to me. And I was also exhausted while I was there because leaving New York was just so trying. I was initially just simply too self-conscious to talk into a tiny camera walking down the street. I was just absorbing the sights of the city.
So I've done it. I've finally gotten out of the United States. I've escaped the clutches of the 5 boroughs of New York, and I'm out here in the wider world, where in some ways I feel much more at home. I'm here in Barcelona, where I've been coming for exactly 18 years. I first came to this city, the Catalan capital, in January of 2005. So I've been coming here to the week actually for 18 years, nearly 2 decades. I've seen the city through tumult and trials, party nights, neighborhood festivals, demographic change. I noticed last night when I got into town that people that came here as children during the summer of 2015, Refugees Welcome, are now young adults, and the demography of the city's changing. People that were new immigrants when I was coming here in 2005, i.e. Pakistanis and Bangladeshis, have really become fixtures as part of Barcelona culture rather than just on the fringes, selling street beers and narcotics and things like that. The city's just changed so much. I've seen it go through the Catalan independence movement, which, to be honest, failed miserably in 2017. It was actually the same week as a Kurdish independence movement in Iraq that failed even worse because that actually had some violent repercussions. But yeah, this is northeastern Spain or southern Catalonia, depending on how you look at it. If you consider French Catalonia the north of Catalonia. But I'm glad to be back here in the European Union, in the Eurozone, speaking different languages, and just to be at the beginning of what I'm hoping is going to be a great journey. I'm heading off to Cyprus tomorrow. There's going to be a presidential election coming up there on the Republic of Cyprus side, the southern 2/3 of the island, which is controlled and run by ethnic Greeks. So I'm looking to see what that'll be like for the Eastern Mediterranean, for the rift within NATO between Greece and Turkey, as far as Russia and Ukraine relations. So there are a lot of interesting things coming up, and I'm just so happy to have finally gotten away from home and through kind of a spiral that I was in of accomplishing nothing. And I'm just thrilled to be back out here. What originally brought me to Barcelona was actually the skateboard scene in the mid-2000s, which was thriving. It was kind of in its heyday, really kicking off here in Barcelona.
Kick the ballistics, kick the ballistics, kick the ballistics, get hype. Kick the ballistics, kick the ballistics, kick the ballistics, get hype. Kick the ballistics, get hype. Kick the ballistics, get hype.
if anything, my time in BCN was far too short. Here I'm walking down Grand Via with my friends Dave and Ollie on a sunny winter day, just thinking, damn, I've missed this place. So in the time crunch that was my 48 hours in BCN, I decided to pop out of the hotel and quickly do a Fabled City installation just around the corner in the Bourne neighborhood, which is where my friends and I have spent a lot of time over the years. It's probably my favorite area of Barcelona. And yeah, here I'm just overlaying a little art on top of a deep graffiti wall. And one of my favorite aspects about this is just that nobody seems to care. There's so much going on, just people going back and forth, tourists, street cleaners, taxis flying by, delivery guys on motor scooters. It's kind of feels like just a little bit of a free-for-all. I love that feeling about Barcelona.
And while I obviously don't consider myself any kind of traditional artist, this is the kind of art that I do. It's kind of photography meets street art. And I love putting up these posters around the world in different places. I mostly put them up in New York City. But I like to bring some art supplies with me when I travel, and this is one of the things I'll be doing in this series.